Coffee with the Editor is proudly brought to you by IRZ. From a mining perspective, what does the landscape in South Sudan look like?
Mining sector is almost in remote areas and mountainous areas as well. Putting into consideration that we don't have road network completely, which may be more expensive than even railway. I'm not sure, I'm not an expert. But I think the railway could be an area which is actually easy to access the mining sector's sites, the concessions. It doesn't matter how long it goes. Railway will be a little bit more ideal and workable than roads. So yes, railway is very, very important for us and can promote actually the mining sector in South Sudan.
How many active mines do you have?
Well, the total concession we have over 100, and about half of them are concession for foreign companies. Name them from Australia, Britain, South Africa, Chinese, China as well. But active mining, as we speak, we have not yet. Almost two big-scale miners that want to start very soon. A company called Equator Gold is a British company, and also New Kush, which is also a South African company. But the active work is the artisanal and small-scale miners.
And what are the bulk of the commodities that South Sudan has in terms of the mining sector?
Well, the commodities, see, we as a new ministry that enter into mining sector activities, most of our, very unfortunate, most of our minerals are being smuggled, taking advantage of insecurity which was there in South Sudan. But now with the peace that is in place, and with the oppositions all came to Juba, and only we need to form the government, could be even 12th of May, just some days ahead of us. Everything will be under control, and we will know exactly and be able to quantify how much we generate in terms of minerals.
What minerals do you have?
We have in total about 16 minerals, proven reports, but only need mapping, so that we need the deposit, we know the deposit and quantities of the minerals. But we have from bauxite, gold, even uranium, we have all this, iron ore, copper is an abundant. We have all this, I can even give you but about 16 in total.
So from your ministry's perspective, have you kind of looked at how you're going to unlock the logistics value chain in order to support the mining sector? I mean, you are landlocked. How are those mines getting their product out?
See, that's what I just said. You know, our president, President Salva Kiir, went to China, and we have agreed with a Chinese company called Shandong Highway to build roads all over South Sudan. These are main roads to connect the country together. We will be using our oil, 30,000 barrels per day goes to them to build our infrastructure in road in terms of roads, tarmac roads. But this, by saying this, also the mining could also get the share to some areas because roads will go there. But railway, as I just mentioned, will be easy to to connect. You know, you can have area which is, because our mines concessions, they're almost very close to one area. A lot of concessions are very close to each other. So it's easy to extend, and then they share the road, the railway, to unlock and also export their the products of minerals.
So with the mining, the ministry, the mining ministry, enter into like concession agreements with the mining houses in order to build that infrastructure, so that at the same time the ministry is giving value back to the people, because you could double that from a passenger point of view?
No.
Or would that be part of the Ministry of Transport?
Minister of this is the core responsibility of Minister of Transport. As I'm talking here, I'm just saying railway per se will be better and easy to go even into the mine sites, but it's the Minister of Transport domain. It's their responsibility.
So I think it would be a good idea, especially from supporting the mining sector, which will be a significant contribution to your economy, to maybe set up a working group with the Ministry of Transport in order to facilitate that unlocking.
Yeah, definitely. The government as a government is actually working together. They complement each other.
Yes.
So there is no any hindrance that the Minister of Mining and Minister of Transport to sit and come up with an idea how to do this, but only it must be either through a different program. It has to be isolated from other roads network. This is areas that are going only for mining and coming to the towns, and maybe connect to the borders of our neighbors' countries. So it is possible. Yeah.
Well, I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to watching the developments of your mining sector.
Thank you very much.
And I hope to see one of these days
You will
ride
be
a train on your tracks.
Yeah, you will be in Juba. You need to come to.
Absolutely.
You need to come to Juba and see it live.
Yes.
Seeing is not like just hearsay. Seeing is believing mostly.
Yes.
Although people say, well, if you are told, you need to believe. But when you see, the evaluation is different.